All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give our praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Harakab, Kadash, Barakatum. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone, and to all Akim across the globe, pushing the word of truth and sincerity. I want to say Shalom. So I die now from the great millstone camp of Chicago with a scripture today, going to Deuteronomy 28 and curses. Deuteronomy 28, I'm going to go down to 28, 40, 41, and 42. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 40. Thou shalt have olive trees throughout all thy coasts, but thou shalt not anoint thyself with the oil, for thy olive shall cast its fruit. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. All thy trees and fruit of the land shall the locusts consume. Okay? And the land that the Lord gave us to possess was flowing with milk and honey. It was a blessed land. It's the most beautiful part of the earth that the Lord had given to the children of Israel, man. It was the beauty of all the nations, of all the kingdoms. All right, and you can reference that to when Bathsheba came to see King Solomon. So during the time of our dwelling in the land, the Lord made our hands to prosper in the things that we touched when we was on point. Okay? But because of our iniquities and our transgressions and our going away from the Lord, falling away and worshiping idols and sacrificing our children and just being contrary to the Lord, He allowed the curses to overtake us, which part of the curses is allowing these other nations to come in to invade and to spoil us, man. And all you gotta do is look into the captivities that we're in, man. The Persians, the Medes, the Greeks, the Romans, the Assyrians, the Babylonian, the Egyptian captivities, and all of them have one thing in common: that they took us out the land. All right, except for in Egypt, we dwelt in Egypt, and we made an exodus out of Egypt. But nonetheless, we were there and we was under the foot of our enemies, man. Okay. So you look at the stories and the different history that happened to us, man. How we were plentiful and had abundance, and all the mouths were fed. All right, and the Lord was dwelling in the midst of us, man. All right. So thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. And you can go all the way back, to the split of the kingdom, when the northern kingdom went into captivity under the Assyrians, and they were removed far from their border. Okay, they took our sons, they took our daughters, they separated us, they separated us, all right, scattered us abroad of the land, all right. One thing about when the Lord does, man, He sends the worst of the worst of the heathen at that time to deliver His to deliver His judgment. All right. It says, all the trees and the fruit of thy land shall the locusts consume. One of the biggest plagues that the Lord does, He sends insects and grasshoppers and locusts and flies and bugs to destroy the crops, which in turn does what? It produces a famine. All right. So Yahweh Shemi Shad knows just exactly how to afflict you, man. Okay. And even now, you can understand throughout the history of us being here in the Americas, being put on the auction block, being put up for sale, bidding upon, casting lots for us. There's plenty of movies that you will see that when Jacob was captured or brought over here, you know, the slave owner, the slave master would violently rip the families apart, the husband from the wives, the mothers from the children. All right, and these people have no pity on the nation of Israel. All right, all these is curses that are brought upon us for our disobedience unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai. I'm reading this again, I'm going to close out. Deuteronomy 28:40. Thou shalt have olive trees throughout all thy coasts, but thou shalt not anoint thyself with the oil, for thy olive shall cast its fruit. Though thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. All thy trees and the fruit of thy land shall the locusts consume. You know, and that's symbolic too, man. The other nations coming here and taking us away. You know, the scriptures talk about how we become a prey, call us trees, call the other nations beasts, all right? But it's literally talking about wild locusts, you know? So with that, I'm going to say, call Allah, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Double honor to the apostle and the elder of the great millstone. Until next time, Shalom.